one thing. Last day we had understood about surveying. So we were doing a lot of surveying activities and all. We were doing a lot of provocating question making and all. And using those questions, you will get certain answers. So those answers can be accumulated together to identify a trend, or rather this is the summary or basic idea of big data analysis or any kind of marketing trend analysis. So if you do the trend analysis, it will help you a lot to understand the business insights. So I can give you a quick question over here in this way. All of you are doing business for a pretty long time, or you may be in the industry for a long time. So you have a lot of data. So for example, which month you are getting most business and which month you are getting the least business. So you may have an idea. Somebody will say that it is a vacation time, usually April, May, June, a lot of travel happens, or it is a holiday time, a lot of travel happens, or whatever. So you have data of this. How many of you have done the analysis of it? Or how many of you used the trend of this? If you are into the marketing activity, or if you are into operation activity, you should use this trend part always to develop your future business strategy. That's why data is becoming more precious than oil. It is a dialogue which was presented in 2009. Data is going to be more costlier than your petrol or your any other valuable substance or materials in this world. So same way, this is also going to be precious. So how many of you manage the data? That's the first question. So before answering, I'll just give you the questions and you can answer accordingly. First question, how many of you have data management of your customers, clients, activities and all? And second question, how many of you evaluate and create an infographics or analytics or a graphical representation or a statistical study of this? So these are the two questions which I'm throwing right now. So your time starts now. You can mention how many of you your data management database and how many of you use the analysis of that also. So your time starts now. It can be a customer database, customer invoicing amount, or number of travels, or destination count, or flight count, ticket count, or business volume, or whatever it is. Definitely, I will not be asking you the data. I'll be just asking how many of you maintain it. Good. So Himanshu maintains it. Okay. So do you have a trend analysis also? Do you maintain just data, or do you have a graphical study of the same, maybe statistical study of same? So I have data of agent sales volume and frequent flyer programs. Okay, sales volume is one of the good point, Puzzle. So do you have a graphical representation of that? Okay, both based on business from Himanshu. Great. I maintain member partner database. Okay, so maintaining the database is a good habit, Anushka. So do you have an analysis of it? So do you know that which member have more and which month they have more business from you or whatever it is? Do you have any idea about it? Sushil Verma, data as in we have turnover details, building it. Wonderful, that's exactly required because end of the year, your management or the board of directors or the company will look at that point and you need to have an idea about trend too because it is very essential for multiple direction. It is about revenue generation, salary management, business growth, marketing activities, future planning for everything. It is really important, Sushil. Faisal told it, yeah. So you can convert into pivot chart and that's much more easier. Balu maintains monthly sales data. Okay. So for how many months you have maintained it, Balu? So you have to analyze, if you want to analyze about the trend or understand where the trends are going high, low, or which is the month that is going to be low, or which reason is that, to identify that you need to have a long-time data management. So do you have that, Balu? I'm looking for the answers from others too. Wow, you have maintained it for 4 years. So it can be a good idea that you can have a look at the previous 4 years and you can understand where the hikes are coming, which month it is coming, there will be variations, why the variation happens. You can have an idea and this will help you basically to understand what can be done in future or what would be happening in the near future. Great idea, Balu. Wow, Shivendra has told one of the wonderful point. So this is something everybody can look at, their travel preferences. Travel preference is really important for all of you to know. And that is going to help you to understand where to focus and how to focus. Also, it will help you to understand if some preferences are more important for people and others are less, why it is so. So ideally, people think, just I remember one of the thing, when we travel to southern part, particularly to Kerala, I always heard that most of the travel agencies will talk about Kovalam, Munnar, Ooty, or sorry, Ooty is in Tamil Nadu, Kovalam, Munnar, or even Cochin, Alapi and all. But there are so many other beautiful places which they never say about. Even in person, I have seen much more beautiful places over there, but still nowhere in the travel agency flyers and all I found those. Then I understood what happened. Many of the people, they are looking at highly selling points. So Munnar or Kovalam or Alapi is a highly selling areas, and those areas they are promoting. But one thing they are forgetting, the areas of these places are actually getting into a lesser preferences eventually, because many people have traveled over there further, they may not be interested to go over there. And they forget to utilize the other locations which are existing. So the unexplored places, these things also can be used. So how to convert it and give a different package to people or keep them thrilling, all those things are really important. For that, you need to have a data analysis. Really, it is good one. Why or which one is the most preferred destination for travelers? You can identify, you can keep those business and you can create a new strategy for that also, unexplored places. So how to do that, we will talk about it a little later. The fourth part, sharing the story, will come over there. We will talk about it later. We compare year-to-year data, see trends, okay? Yes, okay. Great idea. So this analytics is something which all of you, if you are a decision maker, or if you are an operation person, or if you are a sales and marketing person, these three people should know the importance of data management and why it is really essential. Now, I hope all of you got it. So now it's a time where COVID trends are happening across the world, or even I can say it is a thing which happened almost after a century. So entire world, the business strategies are going to be changed. So these things also you can use. Instead of using the previous data, you can actually understand something else. Or I can give a classical example here. So the most preferred travel destination, why people preferred it. This is something you can understand and can use those preferences in new destinations which are unexplored or more neat and clean, more safe to travel, less expensive or something like that. If you can create a package like that, it will also may help people. You can even try to use the provocative methods. Just one example I can give you here again. Share one short video and ask them, how many of you prefer to go there? And see how many people are answering, wow, which is this place? I would like to know, where is this place? I want to go here. So many times in Facebook, if you see these kind of videos, to be honest, most of you think that somebody has just shared it over there out of their interest. It is not so. Almost 75% of cases, it is a data analysis, which will happen without your knowledge. So you can see many times when you go to Travelog or travel communities and all, and people share something, there are so many people, travelers, who are inside those groups. They are actually doing the analysis. Even I do that many times in my topic, not in the travel. So I'll just go there and see how many people are talking about it. Wow, this is a nice place. So where is the location? How to go there? How to reach there? That means many people are interested. So you got a hook. Just create a package over there will also help you. So how to create the package and all is up to you. So this is one of the way for using the database management and infographics analytics and all. Since we have a limitation of time, I'm not going in depth of it. So let us go to the next part of it. So when you can change the slide, yeah, feedback. So how many of you collect the feedback from customer and which kind of feedback you collect? And what was the most impressive point of feedback collection? So your time again starts, you can answer. How many of you collect the feedback? What was most impressive about the feedback and which kind of feedback are you looking for? Obviously, the feedback collection is not only the job of operation or customer care, it is even for marketing also. Everybody needs to collect the feedback. So when we say feedback, there are various ways. I'll talk about it. So let me understand how people are talking about it. Okay, Raghu told an answer, both positive and negative feedbacks. Wonderful, Raghu. So how do you manage both positive and negative feedbacks? Which one will you publish and which one will you not publish? Anushka says, yes, I do, about the training or services we are providing. Wonderful, yes. We take feedback at both city office and airport check-in. It's for service, product, and place of improvement. Wonderful, Fazal. It's a good idea. So because feedback is a food of betterment, always. However, I will say a 5-star rated feedback is not a food of your improvement. It is a food which will create the business. But food for improvement is always a negative feedback. So both the, as some time back, yeah, Raghu told, he collects positive and negative feedbacks. That's a good trend for any company to grow. Remember to collect the negative feedbacks also. Positive feedbacks will make people impressive to buy your business, whereas negative feedback always will help you to change something into a betterment. Because when somebody is saying something negative, that shows there is a chance of improvement. So what you can improve is something which you can learn from there. We used to collect feedback once the tour ended. Anagaya. Okay, so what will you do with those feedback after the tour end, whichever you collect? Divya, we do collect the feedback during the trip and sometimes at the end of the trip. They give us positive also, the places where we can improve. Okay, so Divya, I have a question. So when you request for a feedback, out of 10 people, how many of them are ready to give you the feedback? So this is not only for Divya, in fact, it is a question for everyone. This is one of the trending questions that you need to know in terms of marketing of tour and travel industry. And many times when people send me also feedback, sometimes I give, sometimes I do not give. So what makes me think to give and not to give? So you need to know that. Sunimal Majumdar. We also look at the suggestion for improvement. Wonderful. Yes, always. That's right one. Shivendra. Yes, we take the feedback, and especially as for hotels, because we suggest them on the basis of our research and analysis. Yes, we take positive and negative feedback during trip. We keep on checking and asking. Great. That's great. That's really good for customer support also. Great one. We do take feedback, positive feedback. We try to improve more from negative. We try to improve. We should not be repeated. Okay, great. So it's always a betterment. Great idea. Anagya. If the guest had any bad experience, we will update the same with the vendor. Next time we will keep it on mind. So how many times you have informed the customer that your feedback helped me and now we have rectified? Did you do that ever? I remember one of the holidays company, which is a globally non-holidays company, they usually send the email also. Even if it is happening after a year also, they send a message. They say the customer, your feedback helped us a lot. This is your feedback which you have sent to us and we have changed it. And now onwards, we are doing it in a better way and it is all because of you. Thank you so much. And after that, actually they give one more thing. Here is a free voucher if you want to use that. Did you ever use those kind of things? For helping us to do things better, here is a free voucher, travel voucher. If you are using this within the next 30 days, you can get this discount. So many travel vouchers and other things you are giving. So those kind of things you can use for negative feedback. This is another way. I'm not sure how many of you are using. This is one of the method you can apply. When somebody is giving a negative feedback, if you are able to make an improvement after that, once you improve, inform that person, say that this is what happened. And you have helped us to change this particular aspect and this a great thing you have helped us. So basically you are rewarding that person with that. And send your voucher. You have so many, if you have voucher options and all, you can send it. They're coming back to you. That's also good. Otherwise, also they will always have a good impression about you. They think that, okay, my opinion is valued and they did things in a better way. You can try that aspect. We take feedback after completion of the trip. Okay. We take the service feedback. Generally for negatives, you don't call. You don't get calls if it is positives. Okay. That's right. Okay. We collect the data and see how we can improve. Also, the trend is mapped with the destinations kind customer board and age group they belong to. So that's right. That's actually a trend analysis more than a feedback, but it's a feedback-based trend analysis. Great one. Divya, we randomly ask active members among the clients and we take a video feedback. So usually everyone will be ready to talk about their experiences. Wonderful, Divya. This is something we are going to talk a little later also, because that's also part. Share your story part. We'll talk about it. It's a good point. Tarun, nowadays most of the companies taking feedback by using rating scale. Yeah, that's right. Many people are doing rating scale because when it is a public feedback, it will give them an analytical form. Instead of converting written feedback, this kind of rating feedback will help them better. 5-star rating can be identified easily, or 10-star rating, instead of a written feedback. When a person says that I feel this is something bad or good, it will be very difficult for your analytical person to convert it into a statistical or infographical page. So that's a good idea. However, you can give an area where they can write about it, because most of the feedback system at the end there is a box, write about something which you want to tell us more. That's a place many people use nowadays. Yes, Fazal, that's right. Actually, Divya told a very good point, video feedback. I'll tell you about it because we are going to cover that area also. Share your stories part. So how many of you think that you can inform your client about an improvement that happened in your previous history? Or I think somebody has told sometime back, usually when it is a positive feedback, nobody called, but negative feedback, definitely people call. So when you're getting a call, it would be always nice when you're improving. This is something which works in travel industry, particularly if the negative feedback is coming from a frequent traveler or frequent business giving person. And this is a trending method which applied in many places. I just give you an example. Maybe 1 month back, not even 1 month, 3 weeks back, I have ordered something from Zomato. And the order has been placed, everything has happened. The order was delivered from the restaurant. And it was on the way. And suddenly, I don't know what happened. It completely went off. And the message came to me that the order has been cancelled. Half the way, I don't know why it is cancelled. And I was so hungry. I just sent a message in a rude way because I was so hungry, and I sent a message. And what happened? They have replaced the order, and they do not have that strategy. Actually, they will never replace the order. But something they did, they replaced the order, and they have given me a voucher also for the equal amount of money. So, in fact, I have given a feedback, and why they work with that feedback part to me is something what I understand. It is purely based on the valuable customer who placed a lot of order with them. So they basically have an idea which person use how much amount for the purchase from them and all. So based on that, they give a criteria. They do not say that in public that, okay, Zomato is giving free to these kind of people, but however, they have a strategy. How much order you purchase or you have from them in a month, and how much you are successfully completing, how frequently you search for, how frequently you give the complaint. So all these infographics and feedbacks together will help them to create the reward method. So basically, this is something being applied by Chinese people over here, and they have given this strategy to them. However, you can also start using this. Whoever is giving you more business, and when they are giving a negative feedback, it's very important for you to respond and clear immediately. Great idea. Rajiv, few of our suppliers, Andaman, Singapore, Uzbek, Thai, sends daily updates, feedback from their clients along with photos, videos during the trip. Wonderful. Those are also really important. You can even work on that also. You can even do a precautionary or anticipatory method to help these kind of cases. Great one. So now you understand the feedback part. So what more you can do in feedback? What do you think something differently you can do? One thing is something Divya told some time back, use a video feedback. Other than that, is there any way you think? Any other method? Any other method that you think that it will work better? Forget about positive feedbacks, because positive feedbacks are always going to give you more business. And negative is for improvement. So how you are going to handle that? If you do not have an automated system, then this is really going to be a working one. This automated system will not give that kind of impression to people much more. I was talking to someone before the session about the chatbots, and also that's one of the working way nowadays many people are on. Still, when you are connecting to them in person, so for example, Krishna has sent you a negative feedback. So when you're replying, you have to give with a personalization on that. That means you can use my name. Hi, Krishna. Thank you so much for your feedback. And this is really something very important for us to do a betterment on this. And we are going to do that. And we will update you once this improvement has been done. It's a promise. Recently, not recently, I think in 2016, there was a survey about most attractive business strategies or marketing trends. If you search on Google for that, you will actually find out that information. So the check was something like the facts about business. It is something like, yeah, unknown fact about marketing. So in that, they have found one thing. Out of 100 advertisements, almost 73 advertisements were attractive because of promising words. So the promise words should be always there. So how you use a promise word is really important. You will get this, or you are the first day of session also I told this. You have to talk in their terms. You will get this. Your feedback is important. You will get a response once we correct this measure, or once we take the measure to correct this thing, once we complete this activity, or something like that. And when you're sending those feedbacks, please remember you need to complete it, or you need to have a rework on that. Always, a justification is not the solution. If you send that this is because it happened and we regret, that will not make much more difference. To be honest, if somebody is sending a justification or a regret message, sorry for inconvenience, we will take care in future, that actually will not make much more sense to people. Nowadays, behavioral science analysis say that these regret messages are actually making people stay away from you. So please take care of that also. Just don't send a regret message alone. Inform them. Once we change this, we will definitely let you know. And if you change it, you can inform them. That actually creates a lot of credibility about you. Great point. So you can collect the feedback through these methods, and you can send them back a feedback to feedback also. And along with a reward, if it is possible, you can send a travel voucher or something like that. That's something is like the Zomato does. If they give a negative feedback, you can send them, okay, as a part of condolence, sorry, as a part of support, or as part of your feedback management or whatever, you can give them some kind of voucher like this, if it is possible. So that's about feedback management. Trust. Next one, next slide, Suman. Can you please move to the next slide? Yeah, keywords. So this is about positive feedback only. Remember, positive feedback. It is for the customer management team and operation team more than marketing team, because here you are going to help your marketing team indirectly and directly also. Again, I'm repeating, it is for operation team and customer management team. Whoever is dealing with the customer and doing the operations. Keywords. What is keyword? So before I'm telling how this is going to work, I just want to understand what is your understanding about keywords. What is a keyword? What do you mean by a keyword in terms of business? It's your time. Just give your idea about keywords in the chat window. So your time starts now. What is a keyword? If you know this, then this will work for you, because this is going to develop your business and the reachability, particularly in digital marketing world. What's a keyword? A word describe your business. Who told that? Okay, yes, correct. A word describe about your business. Emphasis on something particular. Very correct. Particular business. Correct. Word that can carry the ethos of the company and business. That's also possible. However, it will be very specific towards a business many times. But this is even talking about the company. That's right, and their business. Catchy word. It can be a catchy word also, but always not necessary. For example, best travel ticketing company near me, or traveling, or ticketing, or tourism. So that is always not a catchy word. It can be even a common word also. Helps in SEO. That's right. Helps in SEO. So that's the point we are going to talk about, Divya. So we'll come with that point. So first, let everyone explain what is their understanding about keyword. Something what the client is looking for. That's right. So what client will search with the word what he or she is looking for to attract the customers. Keywords are being used by the customers more to find you rather than you are attracting them. Some phrases of words explain the key areas of business. That's right. So that's basically a searchable word. That's true. We are there for you 24/7. That's a tagline, Vidisha. That's not a keyword or hashtag. It's not a keyword. Keyword is something which people search for something. So basically, when you want to buy a chappal, what will you search on internet? So that's what we call as a keyword. That means something with some term, some word or set of words which are used to find out something what we are looking for. I am looking for food. So what I will search on internet, that's a keyword. Speak, client, thoughts, and okay. So that's all. That's coming to part of analytics, Himanshu. But again, that's how a person will search for. To target client, okay. Most influential word. More than influence, I say most searching word. I will say it's a searching word rather than influencing word. Short word, the summarize the whole content, okay. Trusted travel or best travel, yeah. Divya Gayatri told an answer here. Trusted travel, it's one of the keyword set. Possible keyword set. Best travel companies, that's also a keyword set. Okay. The word that used as tag words to reach through search. Yes, absolutely. That's a definition itself. So Fasal even told the definition. Great one. Okay. Some words that generate interest in our products. Great. That's true. Corporate travel company. Yeah. Discount, best rates, safe, okay, safety. Those are add-on keywords. I will talk about that also. Reliable travel partner. Okay. Top 10 companies. Great one. Top 10 companies. Then again, usually there will be a tail also. In what? That also will be there. Nowadays, Google has an algorithm for that. Once you type top 10 companies, the rest of the words will be coming in the search bar itself. It will ask top 10 companies in dress, travel, or food, or IT, or whatever it comes. So those are the automated or artificial intelligence based production. So you can even add a tail line also. Top 10 companies in travel, top 10 companies near my location, top 10 companies near Delhi or Mumbai or something like that. Great one. So many of you have an idea about keywords. So you know what kind of words people search for. If you know about this, so you can do something in your feedback area along with this keyword. This is one of the part of SEO and digital marketing idea also, which doesn't need any technical knowledge. Without even knowing the technical knowledge, still you can use this simple trick, which you need to remember. I'm just sharing you the idea. Next time, when you are taking the feedback from the client, try to get the feedback with that hashtag which people will search for. Just for an example, I consider that I am running a biryani shop here in Bangalore, and I am collecting the feedback from people about the biryani which they have consumed or purchased from me. So when I'm collecting the feedback, I will ask them to write or use a word why it is a best biryani in Bangalore. So what will happen? There will be a trend that many people write, this is the best biryani in Bangalore because whatever they write, I have actually infused or injected that keyword in their write-up. That means best biryani in Bangalore. So when so many people write best biryani in Bangalore in my feedback, obviously when somebody is searching for best biryani in Bangalore, my business will come on top. So I hope all of you got the idea. This is a simple method which we can apply. So whichever keyword you want to get, you can actually add in this way. Nowadays, Google has developed a new algorithm in the advanced version. If you go to business, Google business, or if you go to Google Map and or search for some business, and you can see the feedback area. They have started to give the feedbacks or reviews based on the keywords. So now many companies have started to get that opportunity. So it will come based on what kind of word you use. For example, just I told you, best biryani in Bangalore. If people use that word very frequently in my services or my feedback, that will obviously put me in the topper place in the search. So this is something, is a part of feedback management or the customer management and operation guys who can work better on. When you are asking for a feedback, ask them to write a word like this. So that will help, obviously, particularly when they are writing it Trivago or Make My Trip or anywhere, wherever, whenever they are posting, their feedback, use these kind of particular terms. So you need to identify what is that particular term. Term has to be defined by you because if it is very regular term, then probably you will not get the use. You have to be very specific. So just for an example, instead of telling Bangalore, I will tell you the best travel company in Bangalore, Basavanagudi. So it is even connecting to Bangalore and specifically to Basavanagudi. So whoever is staying near Basavanagudi will actually get my company in the first place or in the top places, top 10 places or something like that. So this is one of the method you can start using while you're collecting the feedback next. That's the reason I have actually included this hashtag part in this training. Okay, so there are two messages. Well, people are aware of optimization, hence search accordingly. Yes, that's true. So that's true, Himanshu. That's why I told you, you need to use specific keywords instead of single word. Best company may not work instead of that. Best company near Delhi or best company near Delhi, Rohini, or best company near Hyderabad, Mehboob Nagar. So when you use those kind of keywords, it will even help you to reach into the top places. Great one. Then keywords can be flights, hotel, vacation, travel. That's true. That's true. That's true. You can use that. You can use a specific word like that also. You can use that as Prasad told. You can use those ones. Best travel management company. Yes, correct, Sunirman. These kind of words. Please tell your customers to use this terminology if they are happy to give a feedback. This will eventually help you. It is not only for Google, for anyone, even if it is a Trivago review or Make My Trip review or any other kind of travel reviews, wherever you use Make My Trip, Trivago, or even Airbnb, whichever kind of thing. Just try to use these kind of terminologies. Best airline in India, reliable airline in India, safe airline in India. Yeah, that you can use. However, airline companies, they have their own methodologies for artificial generation of search engine optimization. They do a lot of robots and other work, chatbots work. So it will happen. But for you as a business person or a person who is not, who is running own small company or entrepreneurship and all, maybe you need to use words which is connecting to you. The best service provider in this, best freight freight service provider in this. So you have to actually connect to your specific keyword area also. I don't want to go in depth of it first right now because it is going to create a lot of technical jargons also, which I don't want to make others confused. So if you want to know about it in depth, you can connect to me later. But however, as you said, best airline in India, you can add another line also to that for freight forwarding or for parcel forwarding or for pleasure trip or for holiday trip or something like that. That will even help. Google Trends also give a good idea about most search keywords. This can be used. Yes, that's right, Anjal. Google use that trends, and the trends has another problem in fact. So just for an example, best home delivery of food. What will happen when I get to know about it? I will pay my SEO company to get more reachability to my company using that keyword. So what will happen eventually in the first day somebody asked me this question. If everybody knows all those things, then how I will survive? That will also happen. So you need to be very specific. Then eventually you need to create the keywords for yourself also in that way. Instead of using the Google Trends. Google Trends will say what is happening right now. And if you look at it, it will keep on changing. Because across the world, various SEO companies are working on this and they are actually creating new trends, and that will keep on changing. It is not going to be stable always. But however, you can look at the Google Trends also to know what is happening around. Got it? Just like nice, just do it. Yes, correct. So that's a hashtag, just do it. Yes. Travel agents, vacation, travel advisor. Yes. Even you can add some more also, like the best or travel agents near me or travel agents near, then you can mention your location also. I will tell you another idea. You can, this is something, another trick you can use. Next time when you use Instagram, if you have a habit of using Instagram, go to any post, just try to post some, don't post anything, just try to add some post over there. Use a hashtag which you think as the best one. Slowly you can start typing and the post itself will show some drop down menu kind thing which is nearby kind of hashtag. For example, travel India, #travel India. When I type that, eventually I can see a lot of travel India 2019, travel India now, travel India trend, something like a lot of hashtag list will come down, and you can see the number of usage of those hashtags. that will also tell you what is the trend of it. So basically, many companies, in fact, they use Instagram just to create the SEO awareness rather than creating business. Most of you may be knowing it. How many times ever you posted in Instagram, hardly you get any kind of business response from them, or very rarely you will get it. But at the same time, why companies are actually running behind this Instagram, it is just to create the hashtag values more. So once you go there, you can see the next time you just type hash, then a word, you can see how many number of people are using this, or what is the trend of it. Is it a trending hashtag? You can see it from there itself. Just use that way. All right. So that's how we are talking about keywords. Now, so these are the three areas which I told. One is infographics and analytics. Second one is about feedback management. And third one is infusing the keywords in your feedback so that your searchability or reachability will grow high. And the fourth one, which is one of the most trending way, it is called share your stories. That's the last one, share your stories. How many of you have a story page or a blog page or a kind of video story page with your website, or how many of you promote those kind of things? It's your time to answer. How many of you have this video stories or maybe a blog or something? I'm not talking about your YouTube channel. You may have YouTube channel, you may be looking for subscribers. However, YouTube doesn't have a subscription way to develop your business in this industry much more. If you can create trends, yes, it is good. Otherwise, YouTube will not give much more business. That's a reality. Many people think that creating a YouTube channel will help them a lot. In fact, it can help indirectly in this kind of business until unless you are not an advertisement maker from YouTube. That means if somebody is watching your video and you are getting paid for that, then it is different. Otherwise, it is going to make a different strategy. So let me understand how many of you have video stories, how many of you have blogs. We do okay. All right. I think okay. You also don't have. I would want to learn more about video stories or blogs. Okay. No blogs. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think most of you, nobody has told yet that you have a video story or a blog. Okay, so next thing, what you can start doing, or particularly this Corona time, what you can do for, if you are into marketing activity, active marketing activity, or if you have a team who does or works on this marketing activity, ask them to create video stories or blogs for you. Again, when you are creating video story and blog, you need to remember few things. First one, it should not be generic. It must be something really interesting. So just for example, this was the one reason which, this is the one reason which I like the lockdown right now. So people think, what is that one reason? So there should be something interesting inside that. That's not only about heading. Going inside, they will see that something really interesting about a person who is talking about. Okay, because of this, I was able to do something which was really exciting. Or even you can say, I was suffering from severe stress, and this one activity helped me to come out of it. So I went to travel to this place, and then the person will say, the 4 to 5 minutes video will say something about what kind of changes that person has made and all. So when the video editing happens, you can do the editing part and all, whatever is necessary, you can add, and unnecessary things you can remove. So those kind of things, or a kind of feedback which is not just a boring one. Instead of that, something really exciting. I would say this place was really awesome because these things I cannot find anywhere else. You know, what are those 5 things? So the 5 things you'll talk about, or even you say these 5 things help the people to get rid of their unhealthy habits. So when people see those kind of words, they will see what is there. Then you can talk about it. This is something a kind of trend making or stories of experience, somebody's experience. I went to Andaman and I never expected this will happen to me. Thank you so much for this company. So in between, you can add the integration of whatever it is. I will make it once again clearly in this way. Somebody is going to Andaman from your travel company and the person went there and feedback. Just make a video of that person's feedback and in that you can mention a heading. So these 5 things made this person take a decision or a life-changing decision. Then the person will say what happened to him when he went there, a positive feedback. Those positive feedbacks will be shared over there. It can be created as an interesting story. And this can be created in a blog form also. When you're using blog, don't use boring one. Instead of that, there must be a storyline kind of thing. It must be something really thrilling to a person to read. If it is not thrilling, generalized stories will not be giving any impact. So you can start using that also. See what people talk about us, see what people talk about their experience. So these two have difference. One talk about us and one is their experience. So instead of using the term talking about us, use the terminology what these people talk about their experiences, share their experience, not about me. So this is one thing which you need to start work on. Use the video stories, and when you're using the video story, YouTube had one study about it. Now if you look at YouTube also, you can identify this thing. There are only 3 category of videos. One is less than 4 minutes, another one is greater than 20 minutes, and in between. So you don't have filter in fact in YouTube to identify a video which is between 4 minutes and 20 minutes. Why? Because people do not prefer the videos above 4 minutes and lesser than 20 minutes. That gap people do not prefer. So while you are preparing a video, please remember either make it 4 minutes or make it more than 20 minutes. Ideally for marketing purpose, the video should be less than 4 minutes. If you remember, when you go through YouTube videos and all, the quick videos will come, which will ideally go for initial 30 seconds or 40 seconds or 1 minute. It will not go more than 3-4 minutes and all. Ideally, it will be less than that. This is the reason, because psychologically, a person will not keep that attention more than that long time until unless it's a movie. So movie in the sense thrilling movie. Otherwise, for advertisement, when you create a story, just make 1 minute stories or 2 minute stories. So something like that, you can start creating trending. So next time when a client goes to a place, you can just ask for a short video feedback and you can post it over there. It's one of the good idea. Okay. I tried, but it didn't work out. Anushka, you tried it, it didn't work out. Then definitely you need to look at the strategy rather than how you or what happened in the place. So where you have placed, that is one of the important part. If you are placing it in YouTube, it will not reach. I'll tell a quick idea. So nowadays, Amazon, they are sending this information to us. So there are something which people are talking about us now. So they share that video, just a quick video, but it will be having a good look and appearance, everything when they send it to us. And it will make us feel to open and see. Those kind of activity only will work. When you are sending a newsletter, you have to send it. If you are posting it in your website or in your YouTube channel or Instagram, it will not work. It has to reach to the customer and it should attend. Some of you might have seen this advertisement about Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, some company came there and created a shower, and the people were coming there to take water from there because how much it was precious for them. So that message was given in that video. So something like that. It should be something trend setting, not just a video. Just a video will never work. So you need to work on the strategy instead of worrying that it was not working. Most of us have B2B sites, not B2C sites. Hence, yeah, that's right, Himanshu. So in B2B sites, what you can do, you can share it to those customers directly. That's why I'm telling you, it is not to post in the websites or in any YouTube channel or Instagram. I'm telling you to share it to the customer. And I will tell you one strategy for that also, Himanshu. Why don't you collect a video from your customer and send it back to the customer? Many customers actually like it. When you collect a video, okay, so for example, you have 4 customers, customer A, B, C, and D. Go and get a video about that customer, and that has to be posted and shared with everyone else. So that customer also will feel happy to share you more, and other customer will also get to know that they are also getting promoted along with that. So it is a co-creation support you need to work on in such cases in B2B. Because B2C, I understand the point what you were telling. B2C, it will reach the end customer. Here it is the secondary level customer. So there you can use a collaborative video. Talk about what my customer says or what my client says. Here is what my client says. This is something like that. Or rather, you can use a testimonial also. Instead of video, you can even use testimonials. Many times in websites, you can see customer name. Usually, it will be a C-level employee or a senior manager or maybe a vice president level. Vice president of this company is saying about it. Then with a photo, you will post it. So that is also a way. It is always not a video. You can even use a video or a story or a blog. Three of these you can use. But in this case, I would suggest go and get it collaborated with the B2B customer. That's the way. We post our client feedback on our websites. That's great. That's a good idea. Since we don't have those video stories, maybe we could start with some clients with whom we have good. Absolutely, Suman. That's how you need to start. If you get initial customers from the good rapport built customer, initial support from them, it will actually make a lot more sense because they will be happy to give you the feedback. And that will actually add value. So you need to use from those aspects. Basically, every business comes with a relationship, whether it is direct or indirect. So you start making use of that. And maybe for future, give them cash back. Maybe, yeah, even instead of cash back, even you can use vouchers, which you usually give to other customers. You can directly offer these vouchers to them. So for them, they will not go and check whether you are giving it to everybody or not, but at least for them, they are getting a happiness. So on that share basis or a transaction basis, you can even create a video story from them. That's right idea. As I told, we take video feedback about their experience is what. Yes, Divya, that is also something which you can use. However, wherever there is a positive stroke, cut that area and use that. For example, when you have 10 customers feedback, there will be just a couple of seconds, maybe 5 seconds in every video, you can find out that customer is saying something really good about you. So cut those areas and create a video and just mention this person is saying about this person is saying about. So you make that also as a video. That is also possible. So multiple ways are there. It is how you are using the strategy and possibility. Sometime back, Himanshu told that he doesn't have a B2C, he is working on B2B. In such cases, you may not get too many videos, but if you are into B2C, then you can create so many videos and you can share it to the customer. And even you can mention them also that you are here in the video. We are happy to see you in our video. That even customer will also start to promote at many places because they are also getting a highlight over there. That will work much better with B2C. In such cases, it is okay to give the customer to load directly on blog page, or is it preferred to move it through an admin or control? First of all, they can upload, but there should be a approval part, which is better because you will never know what they are going to upload. Fortunately or unfortunately, knowingly or unknowingly, if some unacceptable content comes inside, it will hamper your reputation. So always I would suggest you can give two options. One, you can collect it to you and you can upload from your side, or let them upload and the admin can go verify, and if it is approvable, then you can approve. That's a better idea instead of letting them add directly. That will work in Google only. That is much better because Google always go for the transparent one. But here, to be honest, all of you prefer to have a good reputation rather than a negative feedback published over any places, right? So I would suggest to use the admin method or approval based method rather than letting them directly upload everything and publish. Tarun, in travel and tourism, people practice share your stories, trip, post travel. This can be absolutely, Tarun. That's exactly what I told. In Make My Trip and all, if you go there, it's always about sharing their stories. Even after my travel, only I share my story because before that, it would be very difficult. Before that, if you want to do something, it's a promotional activity. As I told in the very beginning, share a short video about a destination which is very much good looking and create an impact, and then people will feel to go there. But again, it is a part of marketing activity or a direct marketing activity to a particular location instead of provocation. So that is also a way you can create the story, or you can get their experiences and you can share it. However, it has a costing also. All of you should remember the video story sharing or a blog sharing as a costing also. So please remember to work according to your cost, because initially if you are investing too much on this, it may take a higher amount of your budget as well, depending on the kind of quality or content, whatever you are making, or if you are getting approached by a third party, it will eventually cost you too much. So just look at your budget part also while you are sharing the video story or blog activity. Nitin, Many a time client do not want to give their feedback in the form of video feedback from the orally or even regular follow-up. Yeah, Nitin. So I'm not sure how you are actually collecting the feedback. I would tell everyone, not only Nitin, for everyone, if you want to collect a feedback, I would suggest collect it immediately by end of the service or within 1 or 2 days. Post 2 days, trust me, 80% of clients hesitate to give you feedback. They will feel overloaded because basically the human trend is something like that. My requirement is over. Now, why should I help the person back? I have paid for the company gave me the service. Now, what I'm giving is a benefit for that person. For what purpose I should do? So, this is a general thought of human. It's a human thought. It is not an individual. It is for most of the human beings. That's a mindset. So, it would be very difficult for you to get a feedback, and following up would be very difficult. Otherwise, as Suman told earlier, if you have personal rapport, yes, you can collect it. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So I would suggest to collect it as soon as possible. Probably if you have a representative over there in that area or something also would be better. Otherwise, you can make a plan for that to get a feedback, or even you can send some kind of strategical support. Like if you are coming again back to us, you will get a 20% discount or 10% discount voucher or something, or if, to anybody you want to, you can refer that also. Something like that, you can give a reward basically. Otherwise, it is very difficult that client will give you feedback. A feedback will come to you only if you respond with immediate effect of service termination. Later, as you take more time, it will not come to you. So that's one of the point you need to take care. Yeah, Faisal, true. But when the customer doesn't post directly, doesn't feel that such feedback are biased or self-made, does it build confidence on viewers? So the point is, you are not going to reject it. You will actually use it only because you want to scrutinize whether it has a right content or wrong content. That's the purpose here. So when somebody is uploading, just create a message over there. Your video is uploaded and it will be approved by our admin based on after scrutinizing the content or volatility or content severity or something like that. You can use an alert over there and you can wait. Once the video is uploaded, let them get a message. If it is something, if it is having some kind of severe words which you are not able to adjust or accept to your website, then inform the client that there is a word like this or there is an area which is like this. You can change that, something like that. That's possible. However, if you're happy to share the feedback in whichever way, whether it is positive, negative, 5-star, 1-star, 2-star, whatever, then no, yes, of course, you can even share. However, always remember, if you are uploading some content without scrutinizing, there is a chance that some words will be hurting your business interest also. It is possible. In such case, I will give one more alternative. Let them upload, and you can always have an opportunity to inform the client that there is an issue with your video and please change this content, and for temporarily we are taking it off. So you can actually remove it by your own admin support also. That's also possible, just like Google does. If you are uploading an offensive content in Google feedback, Google will not delete it immediately. It will give an alert to the posting person and say that there is a problem with this. We are reviewing it, and they will eventually take it off. You can actually change it. You can edit it or you can delete it. Otherwise, Google will do it. Same way you can also approach. Then there will not be any issue with the trust factor or confidence factor of the client. Okay, so Sunirmal, we want to take the feedback over the phone, and instead of that, we visit personally and work perfectly. Yeah, so you can actually collect their feedback and you can mention it in their name. You can ask the permission over the feed. If you are having a telephone recording option, I would suggest just keep it as a record for you. For example, you are calling me and you are asking to give a feedback. You will record the conversation with their permission and say that this will be posted in this place. If they say no, we do not want to post it, then don't post it. Because without client's consent, no feedback is actually allowed to post anywhere across the world. It is against the law. That's a fact. So feedback provision, when you're providing any feedback in public domain, you have to ask the permission from the client for that. Otherwise, while they are signing a contract with you, there should be a term like this. Whatever feedback you are providing, we will have all the rights on the feedback to publish or not to publish. So it depends, depending on, it is depending on your terminology of legal terms which you have in your agreement of travel or whatever. Many times you will have terms and conditions which you are mentioning in your travel forms. There also you can mention. Based on that, you can go for. So however I suggest, you can even collect it over phone also with their consent, and then you can convert it into written words and you can mention somewhere with their photo or without their photo. That is also a way. So person from this place say their experience or his experience like this, you can mention that. That's also a possible way. All right, so I hope I have cleared Sunilmal's question. So we are almost coming to end up today's session, or maybe this third session. Further, Suman, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah. So Suman, we are almost about to wind up this. So if a participant have any question, I would suggest them to share the question right away. And if they want to know anything in specific, you can collect the question from them and you can share it to me. I will share my feedback or individual support to people if anybody wants to know. All right.
Sure, Krishna.
Yeah. So all of you can share if you have any particular question or anything in later time, you can share it to her and she will share forward it to me and I'll respond to all of you. That's not at all problem. And if you have any other question right now, you can post on the chat window. We will help you for that also. For the next 10 minutes, this window is open for your questions. And third thing, yes, I think I have given my bank account number to Suman, right, Suman?
Your bank account number is posted on my YouTube videos.
Okay. So I would suggest all of you to share your payment to my bank account number, which is which is a Facebook account. You can actually share that to them. All right. So it is
your LinkedIn. I will share your Facebook details.
yeah. So basically, the bank account number, what we said, it's our Facebook page. I mean, where I am associated with that organization's Facebook page. If you are happy with this session, you can share your feedback over there. For a person like me, I would consider this. Your opinion is much more valuable and precious than any currency. So same thing I was telling to Suman also. If anybody is happy to give a feedback for me, you can actually go and post it over there, and Suman will send you the link. I think you can.
I will send. Thank you everyone, and thank you Krishna. I will send everyone the Google link and the Facebook link, and
Okay.
I will look forward to everyone's feedback. Otherwise, I will pester everyone.
Yeah. So as I taught them immediately, so they also have to practice this thing. Feedback will be given immediately is always better. So you should know how an immediate feedback will work. So if you are giving an immediate feedback, we are happy with that. If you are taking long time also, we are happy to get a feedback. However, we will not be pestering for long time. That every day. So basically, like that's how we look at. So immediate feedback will say the best response of all of you. So thank you so much for all of you. And okay, let me check if you have any questions.
Questions window is. Does anyone have any specific questions that you feel you want to ask right now based upon all the sessions that you've attended? We have a 2-minute window open now for those questions. If you want to unmute yourself, you can do that also.
Yeah, you can unmute if anybody wants to ask. Yeah, that is also allowed.
Right. Please feel free to unmute yourself and share your question. It might be important for all of us.
Faisal, Abhishek, Anchal, Kesar, Ravi Chandran, Suman, Divya, Faisal, Akhil, Prasad, Sunilmal, Jit, Vidisha, Manisha, Sayed, Ritu, Sukan. All of you, thank you so much for you too. And please share your feedback in our Facebook page. We are happy to hear from you.
Thank you to you and Suman for such wonderful sessions.
Thank you, Himanshu.
Thank you, Himanshu. Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Nitin.
Thank you, Fazal. I love your feedback. You've been attending many.
Yeah, even Nitin too. Nitin also shared a wonderful feedback here. I would suggest this feedback. Please convert this into my bank account of Facebook. Please share that.
Yes, Krishna. Definitely we will.
Yeah.
Krishna, I'm sending you a video feedback. I'm sending a video feedback.
Oh, sure. You can share that also, Nitin. Thank you so much.
Nitin, pending one. He was the first person that I shared. So I have a very good rapport with Nitin. I was hoping that he would be.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sending today.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Krishna. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I don't think there are any questions coming up, Krishna. And
you can collect the question if they have any in specific way also if they have to, because in the 3 sessions we had a very limited time, and in the very beginning I told you it's an ocean we are trying to hold in our pocket in the 3-hour session, and I have to run through this very quickly in available time. So anything in specific they want to know, let them share it to you, and I will
Sure.
definitely assist them.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
So,
Nikhil, thank you so much, Nikhil Chandran. All right. Thank you, Suman. Thank you so much for
thank you,
this
Krishnan.
opportunity.
Thank you, everyone, for participating in these sessions. We'll hope to bring you more of sessions like this. And I hope to bring Krishna back again with some.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and also thank you to Anushka for organizing everything behind
Thank
the
you.
Yes,
scenes.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah, even I forgot to tell a special thanks to Rachita, who helped me even on the last minute. I actually trusted her on the last moment to work on the PPT part and all. Thanks, Rachita. Thank you for so much for the support.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ritu. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Suman. Thank you, Krishna. Bye.
Bye.
So, guys, I am now officially ending the session. See you
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, sure.